All the training programs and seminars of the Public Works Department are conducted by our dearest person. We are fortunate to have him among us today. He plays an important role in changing and refining the IRC specifications. Now, on behalf of National High Division number 7, I extend my warm welcome to Sri Rajib Chattaraj, Hon'ble Chief Engineer, National Highway Wing, PW Roads Directorate, Government of West Bengal. At our request, he will give us some advice on road repairs. This is our presentation to share those tips with you. Sir, please come on dais and give us your valuable speech on road repair.
I am Rajiv Chattaraj, presently working as a Chief Engineer, National Highway, PW Roads Department of Government of West Bengal. So I have the privilege to work with you in the department for so many times and so many years. And out of my whatever I have little bit, I have tried to learn and also learning. The assistant engineers who are actually from 2009 batch, like him, they are undergoing the ATI training. So that was the beginning of my preparing all these slides for presenting to them, and after that it has expanded. And last time when I visited Malda, our assistant engineer Tirupati Shaha and enthusiastic all the junior engineers, they have requested me to undertake any subject for training. So I have tried to deliver one of the topic of the highway engineering, and now this time also it is a demand from our very junior brothers and colleagues to have one session of this thing training. So let me try to share my experience whatever little bit I have with all of you. This is one I have chosen the topic of this evening as easy and handy method of mending potholes, especially in rainy season, because we all have to maintain the roads, and we are all bothered about with this requirement of the maintenance of the road. So this thing, I think it will be very relevant for you to all know, and for me also to share this very good method that I am going to talk about. In the rainy season, we are very much familiar with this kind of pictures in the roads. These are very big potholes, and which is very much bothering for us to maintain this roads. Okay. But the common methods for mending potholes, this is normally we put earth mixed with the big batch or big stitching like that, because in the rainy season we cannot do the normal bituminous work. Now, contrary to this one, a very easy technique for mending potholes in rainy season is there. And in this method, what is required, that is only quarter-inch chips, coarse aggregate, stone aggregates, MC 800 grade of cutback bitumen, conforming to IS 217. What is MC? MC is medium curing 800 grade of cutback bitumen. Cutback is, anybody having idea about what is cutback bitumen? We all know normal bitumen, that is straight run bitumen. Then emulsion we all know. And anybody is having idea about cutback bitumen? It is also one form of bitumen which is kept in the liquid form in the normal temperature, apart from your emulsion. In emulsion, it is mainly the two immiscible fluids, that means bitumen and the water. With the help of the emulsifier, it is mixed up. But in cutback, it is kerosene is also being used for getting the bituminous material in liquid form in the normal temperature. And the other things are only for a small scale work, that is hot mix plant and hand rammer. And what is not required, which is actually in normal cases which are required, no tack coat is required, no vertical cut of the potholes edge that is required, no dry surface is required, no rolling by power roller is required, no large machinery is required, not even a favorable weather condition is required, no rest or curing period is required. So a list of not required is longer than what is required. So this is so easy. And this is the gradation. Gradation is C1, first column is the sieve size and second column is the percentage passing. We have tried 50 quarter inchy and stone dust. It has not satisfied. Then 70% of quarter inchy and 30% of stone dust. It has not satisfied. What it has satisfied, the gradation, that is 100% of the quarter inchy chips. Okay. And this is the physical properties of the aggregates, like all other bituminous mixes. This we are all familiar with. I'm skipping this, and this is the binder requirement, binder property required. That is MC 800. The code for this one is IS 217. You please go through the requirements. Okay. And also anti-stripping compound is required. Anti-stripping compound, it is actually required. Anti-stripping compound, it is required. As per fifth revision, it is there. Okay. It is actually a chemical compound mixed with the bitumen. It is giving the property of bitumen. We all know the water is the enemy of the bitumen, and it is giving just the enhancement of when the bitumen or bituminous mix is coming in contact with the water. It doesn't go stripped off as quickly as in the normal case with this kind of chemical additive. And now let me quickly move to this one. This one has been done in the Bardhaman town, GT road going inside the Bardhaman town. The small spot mix plant is required, and it is a prepper truck, and it is being laid, and it is a hand rammer only. Those are actually required. The step one, you can see this is the stone chips, quarter inchy chips, those are there. Is the stack, it is in Bardhaman PWD stack here. Temperature heating, it is also that way environment friendly, because normal case we are heating the stone aggregates up to 150 degrees Celsius. Here it is only 25 to 65 degrees Celsius. Aggregate should be clean and dry, that's all. And fines should be restricted up to 2% maximum. Compared to the conventional hot mix plant is much less. Means energy saving is also there, and environment friendly is we can call it. And the binder MC800, it is normally it is in liquid condition in normal temperature, but for better workability and better mixing with the aggregates, we just heat it, but up to only 75 to 95 degrees Celsius. It may be 70 degrees is good enough, because this kerosene is there mixed up. We should be very careful. The open flame should not catch with the open flame. But with 75 degrees Celsius up to it is heating, that is okay, it is safe. But it should not catch with the open flame. That we have to be very careful. Okay. And step 3, it is the proper measurement of the it's MC800 cutback bitumen, and the aggregate is both are weighed, and it's mixed in this thing, and the anti-stripping compound is mixed with the MC800 cutback bitumen. Okay. And then it is mixed with a small spot mix pan, and temperature is being measured. These are very easy, very easy. And now it is carried by this small tractor trailer. It is loaded in the left hand side picture. It is carried and it is being laid. Just that's all, and it's being rammed. Okay, leave it. Okay, and you can lay it on the wet surface too. Even on the this thing on the right hand side, you can see there is water there. Left hand side is wet. The surface is wet. Still you can lay there, and there is no tack coat required. No tack coat required. Okay. Here also is just after rain. You can see when the surrounding surfaces are wet and the water is stagnant. Over that we have laid. Okay. These are true picture. What I have actually worked with. This is execution in Bardhaman town under my supervision. Digonto may be knowing. I don't know he's knowing or not. Yes. And soon after this laying, you can leave traffic. There is no curing period, nothing. We are putting the leaves. Many methods we are applying. Nothing is required. Soon after that, you can leave traffic. That's all. This is another example. Soon after that, you can open to the traffic. And this is a very amazing picture in NH 35 Petrapol Road, Barashat Petrapol Road. We have it is generally a dry day. It is there, but to simulate the rain condition, I have just make the potholes wet by pouring water. Okay. The mix is wetting and it's being on the wet surface. It is just laid, and over that water is poured to simulate the rain condition. It is not required. It is just to show. Poured water, bucket of water, full of water. Okay. Soon after that, truck is open. It is open to the traffic. It is so fine that it will not no pickup, nothing. It will just potholes is filled. Your job is over. That's all. Okay. Isn't it amazing? Isn't it very useful for us? Our purpose. We are bothering so much for the potholes and this thing. So it is not required. It is there. So a simple step of the mix design, that is step 1, selection of the aggregate binder proportion. This is water absorption. According to the water absorptions of the aggregates, if it is less than 1, then 4.5%, 1.1 to 1.5, that is 5%, 1.6 over 2%, it is 5.5%. As the water absorption of the aggregates are more, your some residual bitumen content. Carefully note that what is residual bitumen content. Normally for cutback bitumen, it is 80, 20 or 22% kerosene is there and 78% like that. 20 to 20% kerosene is there. So rest percentage is your bitumen, and that is called residual bitumen content. Okay. That I have explained. What is residual bitumen content? 8 kg of cutback. That means if it is 20% diluted, it is residual bitumen is 6.4%. Okay. So you have to calculate in respect of the residual bitumen content. Okay. In the last paragraph, it is that aggregate to be mixed with the 8 kg of the cutback bitumen. That means residual bitumen 6.4 divided by 4.4. Here we have considered naturally Pakur variety of material, so it is water absorption is very less. So it is 4.5% it is required into 95.5. That means bitumen means 100 minus 4.5. That is 95.5. That is 136 kg of mineral aggregate. Is simple, very simple. Okay. Addition of the anti-stripping compound, I have already told. Anti-stripping compound, it actually doses, you just give it the doses as per the manufacturer's specification. Manufacturer's saying, because some nanoparticle materials are there, which their doses means generally the price is a bit high, but their doses is very, very mild, very mild. Okay, in a tune of 0.1%, that means in 1 ton of bitumen, you need to mix only 1 kg of anti-stripping compound. So it is up to the tune of that even. Sometimes it varies, it can vary up to with 1 ton of bitumen it can go up to 10 kg or 30 kg, something like that. But that depends on what the manufacturer says. Okay. That I've already told. This thing means anti-slipping compound doses. Then these are the tests required. But if you properly get your MC800 bitumen and anti-slipping compound properly tested with even manufacturer test certificate, if the materials are proper, it is better if you can do it. But if the materials are there, your potholes mix will be fantastic, unique. Now a bit of cost analysis. I have done it in 2014 July according to SOR preliminary notes of that. The lead has been taken as 300 km from Haldia. Then VG30 has been packed bitumen, it has been considered for the normal bitumen. So that time the rates were like that. It is supposedly means in Shuli 300 km from Haldia. It has been considered like that. And with this is the comparison of the cost. Okay, BBM grade 1, it is rate is around 9,500 rupees per meter cube, and this proprietary mix actually shell mac in the name of that we are getting that. Those at that time it was costing around the last one proprietary bags around 1400 kg per 50 rupees per 50 kg of bag, whereas this patch mix with MC800, if you can actually prepare it in your stack here, it will cost only 268 rupees, like 270 rupees. So how much cheaper it is, and your freedom is all with you. So and other mixes are also just presented. You can compare them, and it is not that way costly if you properly manage it, plan it, and do it before any season. You need to do it. The cracks, which are the surfaces which are cracks, actually during the time of the rainy season, it actually potholes occurs on those portions. So if you plan it properly, if you seal that before rainy season, those with this kind of mix, so your means you are almost saving more than 50%, if not furthermore. And case studies, just I will show you the pictures. First time I have done it in 2009 when I was in Bakura PWD division as executive engineer. I'll tell you the story, interesting story about it. Professor P.S. Khandal, I don't know whether you have heard about his name, Prithvi Singh Khandal. You can Google it, and in Wikipedia you can find his status and page. Okay, Professor P.S. Khandal, he is an Indian born asphalt scientist. He worked for 35 years in US, NCAT, that is #1 asphalt institute in the world. He's retired. He's now residing in Rajasthan. He tried this mix first in USA in a competition actually, and this mix was this is the first winner of that competition. Okay, this one is so versatile and it's with freedom and all the things to this one. And he actually after coming over India, he came back in India on 2002 supposedly, and he is the man instrumental behind formulating this VG grade of the bitumen, viscosity grade of previously it was penetration grade and it is now VG grade. So he is the man instrumentation where your VG grade. So I have a good touch with him. In 2008 Kolkata ISC, he had got a paper to be presented. I have a lot of questions to ask. So from there the journey started. We have got some research work published together. So he pushed me, why don't you try this one? He sent me just 20 kg of MC800 sample and 1 liter of this anti-slipping compound. I tried that in Bakura division also, and after coming transferred to Bardhaman division, I have just planned to do it in a larger scale. That was a very small scale. So at that time in West Bengal it was not available. So what was to be done? So it was being manufactured in Tiki Tar product in Gujarat. So we have special permission we have got it from Chief Engineer, note sheet approved, and 2 metric ton of that MC 800 material we have obtained, means permission obtained. But now from Gujarat to West Bengal there are 5 states, so the problem was there for transporting. The way bill, this problem was there. So we have written one letter in the Transport Corporation of India that this material, 2 metric ton of this material is required for research purpose. That letter I have couriered. With that letter, they have transported that material. The material was going to Guwahati, some emulsion this thing, and they have just dropped it down to Bardhaman. With that letter being as a challan of that 2 metric ton. So that was the story of this thing. But I didn't leave it, give it up there. So I have to procure this and I have to do that. And this was the test certificate of the ticket that time. Okay. And this was case studies done in Bardhaman. And frankly speaking, we have a lot of public comments receiving when we were actually executing this. As usual, the comments, the passers-by who are commenting and taunting us about the durability of this mix. Naturally, as usual. But this thing is very immense. Even to our colleagues also, our junior engineers, our work assistants who are supervising. Sir, what you are doing, sir, it will just, it will strip up. It's a matter of an hour only. I've told them, okay, wait and see. Okay, they were also astonished. Means after day, it's surviving. And believe me, it survived around 3 years plus. Okay. And there is a advantage of this one. This one is actually you mix this material in your stack yard. You just pour this in your plastic bags, cement bags. You just tie it the mouth of the bags. You can store it, okay, in your stack yard. Whenever it is required, when some VVIP movement is there, when you require actually, it is you can do that. I have done this with this kind of surface. The bottom pitches, okay. So bottom pitches, I have done this. So it is very that way versatile. This is, I have told you, this is the picture actually. I have tried to do this. The date is also there. If you can remember, this is 2013. It was applied on the wet surface, okay. This is 6/10. It is October 2013. If you can remember, within this date, on the right hand side picture is 17th of October, same. Within this time, peeling, the cyclonic this thing, it has occurred. So, intense rain, it is more than around 900 millimeter rain occurred within this period, and it has not got stripped up. This is radiate and proof. These pictures I have shown, means the left one is just laying, just when it was laid, and the right hand, if you can see, it is almost the same shape, and it has not got. And so you just carefully note down the dates mentioned: 6/10/2013, 17/10. You can Google it. Within this time, peeling occurred. This is also means just. You can see how wet the surface is. We are just on the right hand side the picture. You see, after the peeling, some further means potholes and all the thing has occurred. But this patched surface, it has not stripped up. This is also carefully you see, just the shape is almost the same. It's nothing as it's before peeling, after peeling. Same thing. Okay. Here also, you just carefully note the this edge line. It is same. It is replicating the right hand edge line. Just follow it. It is not straight line. It is almost the same. It has not been stripped up a little bit even. And this is the certificate of the in a BL accredited lab and also Jagatpur. These are the certificates. durability, it has the history of the success of this mix is 78% in US. In our country, we are not so much statistics oriented. We don't keep the statistics so precisely that 78% or 80% or 81% like that. But it is still very good, to my experience. And this is actually designed for the potholes up to a depth of 3 inch, 75 millimeter. If it is more than that, I have done it with some bigger size stone aggregates and same mix and all the thing. You just apply a bit of your engineering sense, you just apply it on the bottom and over the top. On the top, you just apply that quarter-inch chips mixed with this thing as a seal coat, like that. I have done that. I have taken the picture and sent to Professor Khandal. He was so happy. You have pushed my specification a little bit further. Okay, sir, this is our duty. This is what we do, what we have to do as engineers. So it is also can be done over the WVM and WMM surface. Also, you can do it this mix. Okay. And this simple and effective method for repairing potholes it is by Professor Khandal as a paper 544 in the Journal of Indian Road Congress published, and now it is IRC 116 2014. So it is also there in the IRC guideline also, and in each schedule also your MC 800 rate is also there, and the skipping rate is there. So it is a very good that way handy mix of doing potholes, patching potholes, and in rainy season too, before rainy season too. And its durability, once you do it, and then tell me. Your material should be proper. Your material MC800 and anti-slipping coupler. Material should be proper. I am pushing this for this anti-slipping, so much pursuing this. Just once you do it, and then tell me, get me back. That's all. And this is another thing. I am just I have added this to pictures. Amazing power of lime in bituminous. If you means with simple bituminous potholes mix, if you just add lime means two types: hydrated lime, and another is your limestone powder. Okay. So normally I am talking about hydrated lime is going much better with your bituminous mix. This is the best filler. But hydrated lime is a bit costlier than cement even. Almost double than cement cost. Limestone powder, which we use actually in mastic asphalt. So that is also second choice with the bituminous mix. Now you see the pictures. This is one picture, okay, you can see. It is a simple MSS, mix and surface course, okay. Mix. It is done in Bishnupur, Kotulpur Road. Okay, SH8 Road. You carefully see the lamp post here. Okay, and in far end it is one transmission tower is there. Okay, and here's a paddy just shown. Okay, in the field. It is just before the rainy season or on the rainy season. Okay. Carefully note. Here the patch you can distinctly see. Okay. This is nothing but MSS done with 3% of lime. Next. This is also same. Okay. Same patch, same spot. Okay. See. You can relate. Can you, this thing means, no, cursor is not here. However, on the left top one, you can locate the electric pole. Here you can also locate the electric pole. Same. So can you that those are same spot? Okay. Now you carefully see that on the left side picture it is a green paddy is there, and on the right side it is just means a cut. Okay. So it is after the rainy season. And what is there of our interest? The potholes has formed. Okay. But potholes has ceased to propagate on that lime mixed this thing. Okay. And this is the further your this thing. You see all the cracks, it has ceased to propagate on that lime mixed. Isn't it amazing? This is the amazing power of this thing. This line.
The
You add
surface
line.
gets more smoother.
Huh?
Surface also gets more smoother.
That is not actually required. That is skid resistance wise, it is not required. But our purpose of means potholes resistance. This thing you can try it. This is the very interesting pictures. I have carefully done that. In fact, to prove it, what is the actually to test it? What is the power of the line? Added 3% of line here and get it. I have seen, watched it. The potholes are formed and it has ceased to occur. That's all. This is about potholes, very easy. The earlier one, of course. And this one also, if you add lime, a bit of lime on our normal bituminous mixes, that is very coming very handy. But one thing you have to be very careful, because after adding the lime, the bituminous mix actually when temperature getting down, it is actually get stiffened. Okay, so we have to be very careful about it. Okay, we have to be very careful about it. Okay. This is the end of the first presentation. Okay.
So far, you know the easy and low cost ways to repair the road carefully. Now, the question and answer session is starting. Our Excellency, the Chief Engineer, will answer in detail all the questions that have arisen in your mind. That is why I am requesting all the field engineers present here.
Okay. Any question about this? I can take this question. Any question about this?
Was there any taproot is required for the ready mix patch?
No, I have told you specifically. অসুবিধা নেই যেহেতু অলরেডি এসওআর এ আছে
বলছি আমরা তো কিছুদিন আগে পিএমজিতে কাজ করতাম কোল্ড মিক্স জাস্ট ওই লাইনটা একটু ওই রকমই ব্যাপারটা আছে
It is also a cold mix, you can say, but you cannot say direct cold mix, but a bit of warm mix you can say, or half warm. A lot of terms are
বিটুনাস মিডিয়াম ম্যানুফ্যাকচার হতো এখানে সেই ম্যানুফ্যাকচারটা কি হচ্ছে
manufacture বলতে
মানে বাইন্ডিং ম্যাটেরিয়ালটা
বাইন্ডিং মেটেরিয়ালটা ম্যানুফ্যাকচার করতে
ম্যানুফ্যাকচার করে আসতো
তো এটাও তো এনসিএটার বানিয়ে হ্যাঁ
একই সার্ফেস যেগুলো থাকে তার উপরে যদি একটা লেয়ার করে দেয় তাহলে তো এটা প্রিভেন্টিভ হিসাবে কাজ করবে।
সেটাই তো বলছি।
আর থিকনেসটা স্যার কত দিতে হবে তাহলে?
খুব কম প্লাস জাস্ট লাইক এ সিল্ক কোট দ্যাট ওয়ে ইটস আ ম্যাজিক। মানে ঝমঝম করে বৃষ্টি পড়ছে সেখানে আমরা লে করেছি, ইট লাস্টেড। আমাদের বলছিলাম না, আমি পাবলিক কমেন্টস এমনও পেয়েছি, এই তো আপনাদের গভর্নমেন্ট গভর্নমেন্টের লোকেদের এই অবস্থা, এই বর্ষাকালে এই পিচের কাজ করছে, পয়সা নষ্ট করছে। মানে সেটা আমাকে বলেনি, আমার জুনিয়র ইঞ্জিনিয়ার কাজ করছে, তখন এসেই বলতো, সে তাকে বলেছে যে আপনি, আমি পুরো গল্পটা বলছি, দিগন্ত জানি বর্ধমানে বাণীবাবুকে, বাণীবাবু ওখানে করছিল, বাণীবাবু বলছে আমি একটা এডিডিএ দপ্তরের এক্সিকিউটিভ ইঞ্জিনিয়ার। আচ্ছা তাই ভালো, আপনি সিভিল ইঞ্জিনিয়ার, আপনি জানবেন, আপনি দাঁড়ান, এখানে দাঁড়ান, আমরা কী করছি দেখুন। বৃষ্টি ছেড়েছে, বলছে তারপর বৃষ্টি ছেড়েছে, বলছে কিছুক্ষণ আপনার সময় আছে, দাঁড়ান, এখানে দাঁড়ানো। তারপরে লেগ ফেক করার পরে বৃষ্টি থেমেছে, করেছে, গাড়ি যাচ্ছে, একটা দানা উঠছে না, বুঝে আছে। এমনিও হয়, এমনিও গাড়ি যাচ্ছে টায়ার রোলিং, মানে গাড়ি ছেড়ে দাও, যেহেতু খুব বেশি থিকনেস নয়, তুমি বলবে রোলিং দরকার, কম্প্যাকশন। রোলিং কেন করি? কম্প্যাকশনের জন্য। তো যেহেতু কম থিকনেস, দরকার নেই, টায়ারে নিউম্যাটিক টায়ার ছেড়ে দাও, গাড়ি ছেড়ে দাও, নিউম্যাটিক টায়ারই যেটু হয়ে যাবে, গুড এনাফ, ইট উইল গ্রিপ, নো প্রবলেম। It will not matter. ভলিউম রিডাকশন যদি হয়ও হলেও কি আছে, অসুবিধা কি? তোমার পারপাসটা কি? তোমার পারপাস হচ্ছে পটলস ফিল করা, কিংবা হচ্ছে যে ইয়েটা, ও আচ্ছা 3 ইঞ্চির মধ্যেখানে ভলিউম রিডাকশন, সেটাকে তোমার একটু প্রাউড করে দিতে হবে। দ্যাট অ্যাপ্লাই ইঞ্জিনিয়ারিং সেন্স ইউ অ্যাপ্লাই। আর
আর কারো প্রশ্ন আছে? শব্দদীপ, তুমি বলছিলে প্রশ্ন করবে?
that is called storage, self-storage, self-life.
স্টোরেজ করার পর ডাইরেক্ট ইউজ করতে পারবো এবং গিয়ে ফেলে দিলাম।
Yes. I have tried it around 8 months. I mean,
Six months.
ওটা মিক্স করার 8 মান্থসের মধ্যে
মানে মুখটা একটু ভালো করে বেঁধে রাখতে হবে।
ময়েশ্চার আর হাওয়া।
না, হাওয়াটা না লাগে। ঠিক আছে?
সেলম্যাকের তুলনায় তাহলে স্যার অনেক বেশি কষ্ট।
কি?
সেলম্যাকের তুলনায় জেনারেলি সেলম্যাক
আমি তো কস্ট অ্যানালিসিস ওই জন্য দেখালাম।
সেলম্যাক টাইপই কিন্তু অনেক কস্টিং কম এসে যাচ্ছে।
তার থেকেও বেটার অনেক, কারণ শেলম্যাকে যেটা করে সেটা নর্থ বেঙ্গল ভ্যারাইটি স্টোন দিয়ে করে কস্টটা কমানোর জন্য। এটাতে তো যেরকম দরকার সেরকম পদ্ধতি
পাথর variety করা যায়।
এবং অনেক অনেক নিজের ইয়েতে করতে পারবেন, অনেক বেটার রেজাল্ট দেবে, অনেক বেটার রেজাল্ট দেবে। শেলম্যাকে একটু ইয়েটা কম থাকে, বিটুমেনটা কম থাকে, দেখবেন ড্রাই একটু মিক্স থাকে, ঠিক আছে? আর মিক্সটা লে করার পর ওগুলো ডিউরেবল হয়। প্রথম দিকে যখন করতাম তখন ওগুলো ডিউরেবল ছিল। সাদা সাদা পাথর আপনি ইয়ে করেছিলাম, নর্থ বেঙ্গলে করতাম, নর্থ বেঙ্গল ভ্যারাইটি স্টোন দিয়ে করতাম। সেটা আপনার আপনি যদি পাকুড় দিয়ে করেন ন্যাচারালি ইট উইল বি মোর, ইট উইল বি বেটার। হ্যাঁ, আর দিগন্তকে বলেছি, এক্সিকিউটিভ ইঞ্জিনিয়ারকে বলেছি, তুই দাঁড়িয়ে কেন রে?
ঠিক আছে
আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে। তো একে বলেছি ও যদি করে তো আমি বলবো যে যারা ইন্টারেস্টেড তাদেরকে দেখিয়ে নিতে। করলে দেখবে রিসেন্টলি ডিভিশন 9-এর এক্সিকিউটিভ ইঞ্জিনিয়ার শিলিগুড়িতে করেছে। ও আমাকে বলছে এই এত ভালো জিনিস, এটা আমরা আগে করিনি কেন? আমি বললাম কবে থেকে বলছি তোমরা না করলে, আর আমি তুমি কি জুনিয়র ইঞ্জিনিয়ার চা চলে আসো? হ্যাঁ,
সুদীপ ব্যানার্জি জুনিয়র ইঞ্জিনিয়ার, মালদা সাব ডিভিশন অফ পিডব্লিউ। সুজয় সমুদ্র জুনিয়র ইঞ্জিনিয়ার, চাচল সাব ডিভিশন পিডব্লিউ রোডস।
সুশান্ত সিকদার এসটিআর, চাচল হাইওয়ে সার্ভিস।
রঞ্জন শর্মা পিডব্লিউ হাইড্রেশন জুনিয়র ইঞ্জিনিয়ার।
অসীম মন্ডল জুনিয়র ইঞ্জিনিয়ার, মালদা হাইওয়ে।
অনিল কুমার ঘোষ এস্টিমেটের নর্থন হাইওয়ে স্যার।
রমেন্দ্র জুনিয়র ইঞ্জিনিয়ার, মালদা হাইওয়ে সাব ডিভিশন।
স্বরূপ চৌধুরী এস্টিমেটের নর্দার্ন হায়ার সার্ভিস।
হ্যালো, কোথায় তো?
বলো।
জানেন না?
তোমাকে তো চিনি, ওকেও চিনি।
You have carefully learned the simple and low-cost method of road repair from our Honorable Chief Engineer, Sri Rajib Chattaraj. I hope you will follow this method in road repair work from now. Mr. Diganta Kundu, Executive Engineer in our National Highway Division number 7, will soon be making this kind of mix for NH repairing. Then we must call you. Greetings from NH Division 7 to everyone who is here and who is watching this presentation on our channel. We invite our dear Mr. Rajiv Chattaraj, Honorable Chief Engineer, NH, Public Works Department, Government of West Bengal, to come to Malda again. When he come here again and again, we learn new methods, and we will be able to build good roads for the people at low cost. Thanks to everyone.